Hey guys, Ronnie here with Alien Investigations, the show that investigates UFOs, alien phenomenon, and strange news around the world. One of our viewers sent in a few pictures of some strange things that they found on Mars and wanted us to take a look at it. Now, they sent in a few more images, but it didn't have the coordinates, and I'd rather take a look for myself before giving any kind of opinion on anything. So the two things that I had the coordinates for is the ones that we're going to investigate. So the first image is two bright lights that were coming from a massive hole on Mars. And the second is a strange structure that looks like a cylinder of sorts. So let's take a closer look. And of course, I'll put the coordinates for both of these images in the description below, so you can go and investigate it more for yourself as well. So let's go ahead and jump into Google Earth and have a look. Okay, so we're on Google Earth. Let's go ahead and switch up to Google Mars. So I already pasted the coordinates in here for the lights, as you seen earlier from the pictures that they sent me. So let's go ahead and search. And of course it always zooms in too much, so let's zoom back out. Okay, so as you can see, it does appear to be two lights emitting from this crater here on Mars. And if you actually zoom in here, it doesn't really give you a good resolution on what these lights appear to be. Sometimes you can find maps, high resolution maps, that'll actually overlay the images. If I zoom in here, you can't really make out what this possibly could be. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use one of these map overlays. As you can see, there's a picture right here next to the crater, and if I click on this and load the image, we can instantly see a better resolution of the actual crater and the inside of it. So if we zoom in here, we can plainly see that it's not actually lights emitting, but there's a crater and a rock structure here. Probably has white sand, which is reflective. And that is what's causing the lights to appear in this crater from when the sun reflects the light off of this white sand. Now that's what I'm thinking it is. So it's not really lights coming out of the craters. So this is the Fleeger region on Mars, and this image was taken on December the 13th, 2006 by the Context camera on board NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter spacecraft. So as you can see, this is not lights coming out of the crater, but specifically reflections from this crater and this rock structure here. But speaking of lights, now there's another case where there were 7 strange V-shaped lights found in a crater on the moon, and you may have seen that before, and I talked about this in one of my other videos. But let's take a quick look right now, and I put this in the description as well, so you can check it out if you've never seen this before. Okay, so as you can clearly see, there's 7 appearing lights in a V-shape coming from this little crater here on the moon. And these particular lights remind me of the famous Phoenix lights. So could this be where the craft went and is now parked on the moon? Who knows? Some have also speculated that this could be like a landing pad where the ships land and whatnot. Let's go ahead now and move back to Mars. Okay, let's zoom back out here. And here's the object in question. And to me, of course, this is definitely a cylinder-looking object. And if I zoom out here, there's no other rocks appearing to be in this shape. And to me, what it looks like is kind of like a capsule that was covered by dust And it looks like this could be the window portholes here. And it could just appear to be a rock because it's covered with the Martian terrain dust. I mean, who knows what this really is? It could be a natural formation, so I'm not saying that it's not, but it could be anything. I mean, there's no high resolution maps for this particular image here in this area, so I couldn't really get a better look at it. But to me, it's definitely strange and out of place here, definitely. As you can see, some shadows here underneath, so it definitely is a solid, round shaped object that's giving some shadow. So there's one more thing that I want to show you on Mars that I found, which is an actual square looking object. So let's go ahead and check that out. And of course I put the coordinates for this one as well for you to check out. Okay, before we zoom in all the way and check this out, just look around in the terrain here. Actually, you can spot it clear as day from way up here at this angle. And this is the image right here. Let's go ahead and zoom in. So as you can see, as we look around this terrain here, you can plainly see rocks. But this particular image here doesn't look natural to me. It's like a perfect square. So rocks don't usually come, it's not usually formed as a perfect square if you look around here. Let's zoom in some more here. And you can plainly see that this structure definitely has some height to it due to the shadow. So let's look at another angle here. And it's definitely pretty high with this large shadow that's emitting from it. And as you can see around here, the rocks are normally shaped. This is the only odd looking shape in this particular area. Like I said, if I zoom out, you can plainly see there's nothing else around this area that looks like this here. So this definitely could be man-made, built, some kind of a structure, housing, building, who knows. So I find this pretty interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to some UFO reports that I gathered. Here are some recent UFO reports reported to the National UFO Reporting Center over the last few days. So this report was on Sunday, May 14, 2017 and occurred at 5:30 p.m. in San Antonio, Texas. The sighting lasted about an hour and the report goes like this. In the early morning night sky, my wife and I noticed a really bright light in the sky. We at first thought it was a star, but there were no other stars, and the light was way too bright. It seemed to be hovering for some time, so we sat and watched it as it held altitude and location for over 30 minutes. As the sun started to rise, the round light slowly started moving higher, and then after an hour or so, it was so high and far in the atmosphere it could not be seen. There was no explanation for what we saw. It was not an aircraft, meteor, or star. This was an object of some sort though. It had a defined shape and propulsion which made it move. I have been around aircraft for over 28 years with the Air Force and my current position as an aircraft mechanic with Boeing Aerospace. This was not any commercial aircraft or known military craft, but was some sort of propelled object. I'm convinced now that the Earth is being watched by someone or something not wanting to be known. However, this morning, we saw you. This next report was on Monday, May 15th, 2017 at 1:33 a.m. in Long Beach, California, and the report goes like this. My mom went outside to get her phone from the car and noticed the object in the sky. She woke my sister and me up. Once I got out there, I seen a small ball in the sky. They said it was much bigger before I came out. It was an orange and reddish color, and it hovered there for about 3 minutes before starting to blink. And then it just turned off completely. This is another report that was on Monday, May 15th, 2017, but this one occurred at 11:30 p.m. in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The sighting only lasted about 1 minute, and the report goes like this. There were 3 orange orbs that led in sequential order, appearing over the ocean and seemed to rotate. They appeared to be massive and looked nothing like the planes that had been taking off all day. It happened for maybe 20 seconds, then disappeared and then repeated again, then wasn't seen again. So if any of you guys live in one of these areas, San Antonio, Texas, Long Beach, California, or Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and you've seen the same things, leave me some comments below on what you saw. I'll be looking forward to reading your comments. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the show, and if you're not subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and leave me some comments and share this video if you enjoyed it. And remember guys, keep looking to the skies and have your phones and cameras ready, because you never know when you'll see something strange or unexplainable. I'll see you right back here every Wednesday with fresh new episodes of Alien Investigations.